ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
Yeah, give me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies, make money, money, money.
Called out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go, money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? What up? It is Alex, the Fantasy Football Hustler, back at you. It is week 4, Monday edition. And I've got to tell you guys, my week 4 fantasy football experiment changed everything. If you guys want to hear about it, just make sure you tap in if you're watching this on replay. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. What up, Emil? Shout out. Zaire, what up? First on Twitch, let's get it. Strangers, shout out to the Houday Nations. Too bad offensive linemen aren't fantasy relevant. Mims would be would be the man for Dynasty. Tucker 1J, what up? What up? Zaire said, I'm going to drop Brandon Ayuk. Just wait, man. Just wait. Remember what happened with Pittman. Stranger said, Tucker Bengals first round rookie right tackle looks like he'll be a perennial Pro Bowler. Nerd alert. What up? What up? All right, let's get ready to smoke it up, guys. And I'm marking down my waiver wire peeps right now. And we got some solid waiver wire pickups right now, except at the tight end position. Oh my gosh, dude, tight end. It's like the worst landscape like ever. I want to hear anybody who's watching this live, watching this on replay. I want to hear about the Monday Night Miracles that you may need. Throw it in the chat. Throw it in the chat. What Monday Night Miracles you hoping for? Stranger said Mims had one bad snap all game. I mean, that's solid for a rook. Solid for a rook. That's for sure. Dude. Flash said, I feel great dropping Mandrews and picking up Kraft. 1 point's better than nothing. Dude, you ain't lying. And let's say Andrew played less than 50% of the snaps. Yeah, it seems like Andrews is really just like a blocker now. Like, it seems like that's what they're using him as best, is that blocker. Nerd alerts, I need St. Brown tonight for some insurance points. Let's get it. All right, Zaire said he's good, but my other league, I need Goff and Gibbs to go off. Let's get it. Tucker 1J League on Yahoo. I got the last undefeated spot, 4-0. Let's go. Mondo said he just liked the stream. Let's get it. Appreciate you, my brother. If you guys have not liked the stream, hit that like button. It is free. Hit the subscribe if you're brand new. Both of those options are free. Flash, I need 17 points from A-Chain tonight. Let's get it. Let's get it. I mean, that's 17 points, no easy thing. No easy thing. Especially versus like Tennessee, who's been pretty solid against the run. And yeah, Miami versus Tennessee. I mean, we got a barn burner, right? Like, that's the only way I can describe that. Like, man, we're talking about two high-powered offenses that are going to be going at it in Monday Night Football fashion. What up, Spencer? All right. Any questions? Feel free to get them in right now. I'm looking at the tight ends and stuff right now. Toker 1J down. Josh Allen couldn't break single digits in fantasy. Ugh. It's rough, man. That is rough. Bob said, good morning, players. What up, Bob? Bro, what was up with your son yesterday? First half, maybe worst ever. Worst ever. Stranger said, Huss, I think I figured out the Bengals plan. Just score so many points that it doesn't matter how bad your defense is. Dude. And he said the DL is going to get better as players get healthy. Yeah, I mean, I called that out yesterday, is that you want to run against someone, run against the Bengals right now who are missing both of the defensive linemen, or both of the defensive tackles specifically. Damn, Spencer said traded for Rashee Rice last week, man. We're going to do this again, but let's do it now. Mondo said I need the Dolphins to suck going up against A-Chain, Hill, and the defense. Ooh, that's tough, man. The defense is probably going to do good. And what did he say? Spears over. I'm up 23 with Spears left to play. Spears, if he plays over Mostert. Yeah, I mean, I'm going. I'd go Spears over Mostert. It's just a way better matchup. The Dolphins giving up the bootay to the running backs. Tucker went, yeah, Bo let me down. Yeah. Bo knows football, that's for sure. Spencer said, I know Bengals slander till we finally got it done. Hey, don't worry, man. I love the Bengals. We got our man Stranger in here repping the Houday Nation with you. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. I mean, everybody knows that, like, you know, they had linemen out and we had, you know, a lot of issues. All right. Let's keep smoking. Bengals are missing 3 of the top 4 DTC, and I didn't even dive farther than that. I just knew BJ Hill. I totally forget the other name. The top 2 though, and 1 quarter played fresh off injury. We're in a club. We started practice squad guys who shouldn't have even dressed. Yeah, it's rough, man. It's like and Stranger in fantasy football, just like in the NFL, man, injuries fucking suck. Like everyone in fantasy football right now is just dealing with like an insane amount of injuries. Also, the quarter was the rook. Okay. And he was the one who did good. That what were you talking about offensive line and defensive line, or were you just talking specifically about the defensive line? Yeah, and that's one thing that people just really don't understand. And I'm not talking about you, Stranger. I'm just talking in general. But people really don't understand how important the defensive tackles are to the defense. Like guys like Aaron Donald, you know, Chris Jones. I mean, guys like that we kind of know. But like literally every single defensive tackle who's a starter is like makes a difference on that defense. And if you're missing 1 or 2 of those starters, and especially on a team like the Bengals that actually like play 2 defensive tackles because they don't have like, you know, what do we say, a top tier nose tackle, you know, and just their scheme, you know, they run the 3-4 DT rookie. Okay. I mean, I didn't watch every snap of the Bengals game. Did he even do any good? Or is like Mims the guy that was doing good for the rooks on the line? I know Mims on the offensive line, but just saying, was he the one out of the rook that was like, or the rooks that were like worth talking about? So I said, if I do drop Ayuk, who should I get? My options are Jacoby. You do it. Don't do it. Ayuk's had a run of bad luck because of like the schedule that they've had and like everybody else being out. Don't drop Ayuk. Especially not for those fucking guys. Just remember, if someone's on your bench, I mean, it always matters how good or bad someone does because the value, you know, of each player is kind of based on how they do like week to week. But if you have someone on your bench and they're not doing that good, like that's why you have them on your bench, right? Because they weren't going to have good games. So you didn't want to start them. Better days are ahead for Ayuk. Can almost guarantee it. Can almost guarantee it. And dude, it really fucking sucks. I'm doing the damn tight ends right now. You're straight ass, dude. Just ass. Toker 1J. I got a 43-point lead in my home league, but he has A-Chain, Amon, and D-Hop left to play. So that's stressing me out. I believe it, bro. I believe it. Still a lot of points, though. 43 points. And, like, you know, D-Hop, I mean, he hasn't been. I thought he was older than 58. Damn, dude, that shit sucks, man. Really thought he was older than that. Yeah, that sucks. Will said the irony of Rice being out is that he took a shot from Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. Yeah, it's karma, man. There you go. See, Rice caught a bad case of karma. I mean, is that not what everybody was thinking when that happened? Because it was hella fluky. Hella fluky. Oh, man. Corey, Xavier Worthy to the moon. If you could trade him right now, do it. Do it. Trade him right now for anybody who thinks Xavier Worthy is going to the moon. Xavier Worthy sucks at route running. He is only going to get a couple catches a game. Like, this is Kelsey going to come. Look at what Kelsey did. Rashee Rice isn't there. All Kelsey. Flash, they think the Chiefs going to trade for a wide receiver. Roll with what they got. Roll with what they got, man. They still got Kelsey. Like, do you remember the cast of wide receivers that they won with last year? Guys like Kadarius Toney.
Man, fuck Tony.
Come on, bro. Like that. I mean, yeah, Rashee Rice, great. He is. But come on, man. Mahomes and the Chiefs are greater than the sum of their wide receivers. That is for sure. At Southside, I don't blame it on mentioning him. I blame it on wishing evil on the Chiefs and Survivor. I mean, bro, why'd you do that, man? Why did you do that? See? Like, we have to be thinking positive thoughts, okay? Positive thoughts. Gotta pretend like you just got covered in some pixie dust and that all you can think about are happy thoughts because, see, this is what happened, man. This is what happens. And this is why, like, you don't take victory laps early. And I'm just saying, I know that, like, I'm not saying you were even taking victory laps, Sal. I know you were just, like, asking questions or whatever. But this is why we don't take victory laps, like, early. You know, like, I mean, we do with what we got because literally injuries can happen at any second. And it sucks, man. It fucking sucks. Right? Will manifest positive things. That's what we want to do. Hollywood, what up, bro? Hey, how was Tampa Bay? I mean, you know, I know how the game was, but how was the Tampa Bay experience going down there for the game? Hey, Mondo, don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Zaire said the GOAT, Kadarius Toney.
Man, fuck Tony.
Toker 1J and the waivers number 2. I need 2 points from Laporta for the win. I mean, you know, I'm not going to go crazy or anything, but 3 receptions right there. I think you got that. 3 receptions for no yards. You got that. Bob said that's what happens when per level seats close to the field. Oh, yeah, no shade at all, right? Jeff Rand said Derrick Henry and Lamar are hard to stop. Hell yeah. Because now Lamar's running is a luxury. Like, I mean, you know, they like luxury things. He's not like, I'm not saying he's not going to run, but yeah, just like, man, you have to account for Derrick Henry so much that Lamar is just like, anytime he wants 10, just easy, just pick up 10 real quick. Sal said, yeah, that Derrick Henry take is aging great. Yeah, I mean, when you don't play any of your starters in preseason, like, you know, like we have to expect like some woes. And like Derrick Henry's got 6 touchdowns through 4 games. So, you know, even in his woes, he's still doing nice over there because the Ravens offense, man, still great. So I said that 87-yard TD is the first and last play I watched, man. I mean, just talk about a fucking ooh, man, that was a heavyweight fight. Ooh, that was a knockdown right on like the first play of the game. And I don't know if it was the first play, but like first couple. No one likes getting your shit pushed in unless you're Diddy. Right. And Flash of Willpower, you watch him, said, how does it get so many suckers to send super chats? Fucking nerds using their mommy's credit cards. Fucking hilarious. King DLBC, what up, bro? And Will said, yep, super low on Henry. People were calling him out last night, as well as Bijan, Keon, and Hall. Yeah. Yeah. Stranger said, read earlier, Jamar Chase is the 5th player in the Super Bowl era to get 4K yards and 30 touchdowns in his first 50 games. Took him 49. Nice. And I mean, obviously that doesn't count the games that he missed, right? It's just in his first, 49 games that he actually played, right? And Woolen, what up, bro? Woolen the GOAT. Do I trade ETN and Debo? ETN for Debo and Chase Brown? Probably. Like, ETN's kind of been whatever. Chase Brown, come on, man. I really don't expect him to be doing what he did in this past game. So, like, that's probably going to be his best game of the season. You didn't get any of his points, so I wouldn't want to chase it. Chef Francis, exactly. How'd they not let him get 200? He had over 200 all purpose. It was just, he even blamed it on himself when he fumbled. That would have been it. That would have been it right there. When he fumbled in the end zone, didn't get that touchdown, he blamed it on himself in the post game. Yeah. Toker one jam selling Andrews for sure. I'm going on with Strange. Damn, he might be coming back. What's his name? Evan Ingram might be coming back this week. Well, so flashing out, some crazy guy sent $100 super chat the other day. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah, I think a lot of people like to support people who kind of look like them, and hopefully, I'm just one of the faces of the minorities around here, the non-Europeans. And hopefully it's kind of the same for me. But yeah, they get a lot of funny people over there in the Schmitty chats. We talked about that earlier, Flash. That's rough at 58. I said, if I quit team defense, I got a Monday night defense showdown. I got the Dolphins defense. Where's the dude with the Titans? Let's go, man. Titans offense gives up the booty to the team defense. I would much rather be on your side of that. Zaire, so I'm going to drop Jason Sanders. Are you going to wait until after the game? Should I get Bates or Jason Myers? Man, I don't even fuck with kickers, man. Like, you just got to stream whoever's Monday night or whoever's playing in a dome or whoever's playing in like the highest over under game like of the week. But yeah, man, fucking kickers suck, dude. Will said, am I dropping Kyle Pitts in all the leagues that I have him there? Got to be something better out there. I feel like better days are ahead. This is one of the things that I said that I was nervous about Kyle Pitts on, because like, it's not like Kirk Cousins has never been the guy, outside of like what, half a season with Hawkinson, where he's like really fed the tight end like that. So that's the thing that kind of sucks. But I don't know. I feel like you can't drop him though. Big Bando, what up? Glad I didn't sit Kirk for Mooney. There we go. Kirk got his touchdown, man. And really that's all that saved his day, but he got it. And I told you a Kirk bounce back game was coming. It was ugly, but everything on the Jags is ugly these days. Chef Rand said, yeah, I'm trying to move London for Jacobs, Cup, or Debo. Any thoughts on that? I know a lot of people are panicking on Jacobs. It'd be awesome if you could trade for Cup, like right now, like before he comes back. And I need 11 points from A-Chain to win my matchup. Let's go. Johnny said, if you call your girlfriend bro, you probably send Smitty super chats. Big Bando, I'm up 2. I've got Tyreek versus JSN and the Miami defense. Think I pull it off? I mean, you got a chance. You got a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
I said Eric All, junior tight end, fast rising rookie in the Bengals. Pecking order, he does everything well. Okay. Cameron says Superflex tonight. Jared Goff or Huntley. Well, I know that Tyler Huntley is a Pro Bowl quarterback, but I think I'm going to go Jared Goffle. I think I'm going to go Jared Goff. Full PPR, take it. Let's go. Need a vintage Tyreek performance, don't we all, bro? Let's get it. Let's get it. So I said you can't drop pitch just because Kirko didn't use them. Yeah, I just wouldn't do it yet. So I have a pretty close matchup. One of the leagues, I have JSN and Ken Walker in my flex. I'm leaving in JSN. Good move, or should I switch to Walker? I would leave in JSN over Walker. One of the things, here's the thing that's tough about Walker. Not just that he's coming off of injury, okay? I only care about that so much because they gave him a couple weeks. But the Lions, they're defending the run very, very well. They're giving up the least amount of points to running backs right now. And if there's any kind of a split between Walker and Charbonnet, that's going to kind of suck. And man, and Ken Walker, man, he's a grinder. He's a grinder. And but he's got to pop off the big one though. And that, just some kind of big play. And I don't know if we're going to get that out of these guys. Tonight specifically versus the Lions. This might be JSN, DK, hopefully a little bit of Lockett as well. Lions are giving up a lot more points to the wide receivers than they are. Even the Ravens have done that. We saw the Ravens abandon the run with Derek fucking Henry in the first 2 games to a certain extent. So that's the one thing that, and like I said, I don't even know if that's really happened that much this year because the Lions have kind of been so. And Bob said I played Shakir over Kirk and Addison. Okay. Man, Addison was such a good play yesterday. Oh, yeah, and you know who else was a good play? This will be one that I'll be bragging about all week. Because he's probably not going to play again. So it's hold on. You guys ready? I want to know who heard me say this yesterday and if anybody actually did anything and picked him up and started him. Yeah, guys, and you want a sneaky running back play today? It's Jeremy McNichols. Remember that I told you this. He's taking the Austin Eckler role today. This was as we were doing all the starts and sits. It was 9 something. Hour before the game time started. And I'll be reminding people about that shit because zero people, if someone else said this besides me, let me know, because props to those guys, because nobody said that shit besides me. Nobody. And hell yeah, see, Chef Rand remembers, Zaire remembers, and we got those 2 touchdowns. He got fucking lucky. And and Will said, boom, nice take on McNichols. Pick him up. And probably not now. It was a good matchup and everything. And it was just perfect timing. That's all it was. Perfect timing. And Corbin said, I heard it. Yep. And Zaire. And I said, don't drop Warren unless you were going to play McNichols. And I don't think you were going to play McNichols. So I said, don't do it unless you're going to play him. And Sal said, no victory laps, please. Oh, man. And yeah, the Commanders offense on fire right now, dude. They're catching a lot of people by surprise. B-Rob the Mob is holding it down. And Will said, man, Najee looked like ass. I mean, it's not even Najee's fault, man. It's the whole Steelers offense that just like sucks, man. And like Fields sucks. Like, I don't give a shit what their record is because Mike Tomlin has won games with Duck Hodges and Mason Rudolph and like, you know, just bums, you know, like they're just a very well coached team no matter what. And yeah, Justin Fields just ain't it. Like, it sucks that I'm going to be talking about him in like our waiver wire segment because there's like nobody else, you know, to pick up. But yeah. Big Bando said, my after week 1 trade of Patty for Jaden ain't looking so crazy now, is it? Well, I mean, if you're in the 4-point passing, leagues, like, yeah, he runs a lot. So what happened to Najee, bro? I mean, he just sucked. Like, you know, Steelers offense just like really sucked. JP's up Nicholson, old boy from Houston. You called it a Goombawale. Man, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy that we got to pick up guys like this, and we're only in like week 4. There's some decent pickups this week. At least guys that are rostered in 52% or less of leagues right now. Yeah, let me see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 running backs to talk about. Zaire said Justin Fields still available for me. I mean, he's one of the guys that I'm going to talk about on the waiver wire section. I'm going to be getting into that like pretty much like right now. Gotta stop slacking and get into this here. Let's make sure that we got this on the right size. Okay. KP said, no, Najee's ass. He sucks. Well, yeah, so does the Steelers line. So does Justin Fields. So does every wide receiver and pass catcher like out there. Like, I mean, come on, man. He has no speed. He can't get away from anyone. I mean, yeah. I mean, I heard people say the same thing about Henry, like as well. But like when you're getting hit in the backfield, you know, more often than you get like even a foot of space to run, everyone's going to be like that. Ask Ricky Williams about that. He talked about his crazy back-to-back 300 and something carry years and how one was like so easy is what it felt like because like the holes were just opening up. And then the year after that, it was like the exact opposite. He picked him up earlier in the week, but never played him. Sitting on my bench, bunch of spots. Could have used him in the multiverse. Who was that? Who are we talking about? Was that McNichols or Goombawale? Will said 8 running backs. Cool. He says one of them Trey Sermon. No. No, it's not. I guess I should probably make him 9 and like have him as like an honorable mention in there. Gonna have to stream a flex this week. Looking names like Leggett, Wicks, Hunt. Said already gonna be shuffling Wandale out there. Yep. Big Bando, would you trade for Devontae right now? I mean, it depends on what you trade for him. And Zaire said they still going to use Brian Robinson. Yeah, for sure. When Eckler comes back, yeah. I mean, they were already using Brian Robinson more than Eckler when Eckler was there. So, yeah, definitely. All right. Let's get to the QBs. You'll hear him, Sal. All of those guys are on going to be on my waiver wire videos. What up, Infinite? He says that Washington QB the truth or not. I mean, he looks solid. I mean, it's not like they played like, you know, super top tier like defenses or anything yet. I think that's a lot of what it comes down to as well. The type of teams that he's been playing. I mean, he plays Tampa Bay, the Giants, and Cincinnati and Arizona. Cleveland, let's see. I mean, he's got Cleveland and Baltimore, so there's going to be some tougher matchups. But yeah, playing in the NFC East. I mean, outside of when they play the AFC North, I mean, they've got, you know, not a really like insane schedule, especially because every team in the West is kind of sucking. Like, or I mean, every team in the East is kind of sucking like right now. Chef Fran said B Rob feels like James Conner East Coast, and JD5 on it. He's killing it. He's killing it. And do the Jets or the Chiefs make a trade for a wide receiver? I don't think so. I don't think so. They should, but probably not going to. Sarah said, if Jahmyr Gibbs doesn't perform, I'm going to give him one more week and I'm going to let him go. I mean, you don't just want to outright cut him. Toyota 1, what up, what up? He said, finally got my first win in the waivers. Let's go. Let's go. Sometimes the first win's the hardest. Then you get 2, and then that's what you call a winning streak. All right. Chiefs take a chance on Mike Thomas. Dude, no. They're already doing crazy enough taking a chance on Kareem Hunt. They don't need to bring Michael Thomas's broken ass over there, too. All right, here we go. Let's get down to biz. Well, so I keep waiting for Ray Davis. Said I'm going to have to cut him, consider I might need a replacement for JT this week. Yeah, it's kind of tough, man. This is why I don't hold handcuffs, because unless you actually need that handcuff, it, you know, kind of just whatever. Oh, you know what? Here, I guess I never did. I never did do the injury recap. Hold on, guys. Ready for the injury recap? Fucking our favorite part of this. All right. Let's talk about all these injuries. And yeah, this shit sucks, man. It really does. And so remember the guys that I'm talking about here. These are going to be the guys who like went out during the game, not guys who came into the game hurt. Okay. And the biggest one, I mean, there's 2 really big ones, and we've been talking about them all morning. First one's Jonathan Taylor. High ankle sprain, they say. Ooh, man. Anthony Richardson, he left the game also. They said that he should be okay, but they said it's a hip issue with him. But yeah, I mean, both those guys went out during the game yesterday, and we want to get Flacco. Like, we just really want to get Flacco in there. Another big blow. This one to the Packers. Christian Watson. Ooh. Ankle issue, they say. I heard ankle, I heard knee, I've heard a couple different things, but yeah, he got carted to the locker room. And defensive lineman Devontae Wyatt for the Packers also left with an ankle injury and never came back. Now this one, I didn't even want to lead off with this one because I didn't want to piss a bunch of people off, but this one's definitely the worst one of the weekend, and it's Rashee Rice, and they believe that he has a torn AC. There's lack of options out there, and Stafford, he's rostered in 50% of leagues. I try not to really mention people above 50% rostered just because it's not realistic that they're going to be available in your league. But Stafford probably is. He's probably going to be dropped in a bunch of places. They got Green Bay coming up this week, and I guess we saw a tale of two Green Bay teams last week in the first half and the second half. I don't know if Cup's coming back. We know Puka's not coming back this early, but yeah, Stafford, like more of a hold for the future. But if you have injuries and bye week woes, like you got to make moves like this. So yeah, Stafford, it's gross. Yeah. Southside, the yellow shirts are brave. Kill it, bro. What up, Jay? And I know I've been talking about bye weeks this whole time. So it's Hurts, Herbert, Levi's, and Jared Goffel. We got 4 QBs on bye. That's why you might have to pick up some of these crappy options. Now, Sam Darnold, he has not been a crappy option. I mean, it's actually pretty solid, but they got a crappy matchup this week going up against those goddamn Jets. But I've literally been telling you guys to pick up Sam Darnold since week 1. He's 55% rostered right now. So if he's still available in your league, go pick him up.
Pick him up.
Let's go. We got one more, and I saved the best for last. Now, this guy hasn't even played this week, but he's only 44% rostered still. Geno Smith. Man, he's got one of the best wide receiver trios in the league. If you have any of the bye week QBs or an injury, go pick him up.
Pick him up.
Playing against the Giants. We love that matchup. So yeah, you got to go do it. If he's available and you're watching this on Monday before they play, go pick him up right now so you can stash him in advance for next week. Go do it.
Pick him up.
And if it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button. I got a bunch of other IDP videos that are on the channel. Go check those out. They're probably going to be popping up in a second here. And go check out the IDP waiver wire video as well. I will be your biggest fantasy resource throughout this season. Go to 420crew.com so you can join our private community. You can join for free. And you can join as a paid member as well. You get access to a bunch of things. So just check that out. Click one of the videos that's popping up right now. Go ahead and do it. All right, QB's out of the way. Let's go. And Zaire, I took Darnold because Hurts has a bye. Boom, there you go. I'm going to pick up Geno and Darnold. There you go. All right, with these RBs, I'm going to try to let's see. I'm try to mention them a little bit in order here. Jay said, does Huntley make Reek more fantasy relevant? Man, I hope so. I fucking hope so. All right. Donald's my starter in my home league. Had him for a minute already. There you go. There you go. Because you've been on it. Toyota 1. Hurt's going to sit on the bench with Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm see who you have on your list. Yeah, I'm kind of putting these guys in order here. I'm gonna leave my favorite guys. I'm gonna leave my 2 favorite pickups for the end. And then I'll put everybody else kind of in order. Well, actually, I'll save my 3 favorite pickups for the end. How about that? Okay. I doubt Tyreek remains a pumpkin. Yeah, I mean, we hope not, right? I mean, it's the way that they're scheming him. They're not really scheming him that well right now. Just I picked up Huntley in a super flex league, hoping he kills it for the Hurts buy, right? Infinite, by the way, I played a Goomba Wale like you advised, and he won me this week. Let's go. Let's go. Zaire said, have to wait until the second to pick up Darnold, but still worth it. Yeah, for sure. And Toto, my shirt should be coming soon here. Can't wait. Let's go. Yeah, I ordered a couple of the 420 Crew and Friends shirts as well. And yeah, I gotta get more of the new ones also. Yeah. You know what? I should have mentioned Flacco. Thanks for that reminder. I'm just going to go back. And one last reminder here. If you guys are in a super flex league or higher, you got to get a guy like Joe Flacco and pick him up.
Pick him up!
If Anthony Richardson doesn't play, this whole Colts offense is going to turn around. The one thing that they said right away is that they don't think that Anthony Richardson's going to miss any time. So I would just pay attention, but you might have to pick him up. We're not going to hear anything about Anthony Richardson until Wednesday, Thursday, Friday practices. So yeah, if you can, go ahead and do it.
Pick him up!
Let's get it. Super flex. Even single QB. I mean, he threw down almost 20 points. So it really just depends on the matchups. But he's a lot better than Anthony Richardson at throwing the ball. I'll tell you that much. All right. There we go. Yeah. So super flex people. I mean, they said that Anthony Richardson's not going to miss any time. And they said that like pretty quick. So that's why I totally forgot about Flacco. He might not even be worth picking up. Frank, what up, bro? He said, I played Fields and Addison this week, feeling like a boss. Boom, baby. Boom. Yeah, Addison, man. Whew. Fucking great, man. Fucking great. And Zaire said, I promoted you on TikTok. Hope you get some more viewers. Appreciate you, bro. And did you find my TikTok over there? It's at FF Hustler 420. I try to put more and more on TikTok, but it's like I just I'm not getting like on every other channel that I have besides, because I have a few TikTok channels. I have like a foodie TikTok channel where I cover like Vegas, food and just different like food places and just like my lifestyle. And then I have what's it called? A Lego channel and like the Legos and shit. Like, man, I was getting like a lot of views. And the fantasy football stuff, not so much. But I guess I probably need to figure out a time to like go live on there and just like answer fantasy football questions. Like the tough part is it's like can't do a live stream on TikTok like through like the service and everything that I have. Like that's the thing that kind of sucks. Stu, what up? Assuming I get 4 points out of Lockett, I'll survive in the blade of the guillotine. Oh, man, I think I'm getting chopped in the guillotine league. Fuck, man, I'd say Flowers fluke me. Zay Flowers like one of the worst draft picks this year. Flaquissimo, let's go. Tucker 1J just had Huntley for the bench and the watch. Yeah. Quincy said, what up? He said, what the hell do I do with Pitts? Oh man, this dude's booty. Yeah. It's like you just got to put him on your bench, like, and like just leave him there. Augusto, my running backs are Hall, Kamara, Ford. My wide receivers are London, Rice, Neighbors, Godwin, Pittman, Deontay Johnson. Would you do Goddard for Dobbins? Not really. Not really. And Sal said, did I misunderstand? You have a channel where you build Legos. Yeah. Legos is a passion of mine. Super addicted. Noble loves it. Vanessa's into it like as well. So yeah, it's called Stacking Bricks. Stacking Bricks. Double meaning there. So if you guys go to fantasyfootballhustler.com, that's like my link website that I pay for, where it's got like literally the links to everywhere that I am, all my different TikToks, all the different YouTubes, like everything. It's all right there. But nope, you did not misunderstand. Lego's the most popular toy like in the world, and like Legos for like investing purposes, it's pretty fucking awesome, man. Like I haven't gone like I have a huge collection, and like so much of it is like raised in value. Man, you can literally buy Lego sets. If you do a tiny bit of research, you can buy Lego sets like right before they retire, hold them for like 3 to 6 months, and then like sell them for easily a 30% profit, if not more. Frank said thoughts on Brown and Wandale. So I've loved Chase Brown since before the season started. I didn't start him anywhere. I didn't start him one fucking place. And like, I don't want to chase this because, I mean, let's even go see what the split was yesterday between those guys. Let's see if we got all the, yeah. It was a 60-40 split. So it was actually the biggest split that Chase ever got this season. If that's going to be the norm, I love it. Before this game, the most he got was 33%, and that was in week 1. Only in the 20s, week 2 and week 3. Didn't do shit. Wandale, though, I've been telling people about Wandale. So, I mean, he's going to be on my waiver wire for sure. And Tony said, yeah, I remember I told you my son has a pretty investment in Legos. Legos are worth some good money. He's a buyer seller. I mean, dude, if that like if I didn't do this, I swear to God that's what I would be doing. It's a lot of hustle and bustle, though. It's like this. I don't have to fucking drive. I don't have like I purchase equipment and all this, but I don't have to buy inventory, you know. So this is just like way better of and what up, Crispy? Way better of you know, just not having a crazy insane overhead. Legos, to me, if you're doing it the right way, I mean, you have to have like a shitload of inventory. Like there's no getting around it. But it's like all the inventory is like, man, if nothing else, you won't lose your money. And so much shit you're raising by like 25 to like 40%, like easily. And even if you get the shits on discount at a certain time, and it's because like you find something on sale, you know, where they're like 20% off, and then like the thing's gonna retire, you know. Flash said your inventory is just smoke. You damn right. And I've spent more in September than I spent any other month. But lucky we got the YouTube money, you know, coming back. Pretty much the YouTube money paid for the 420 budget in September. And my trip out to LA, luckily that paid for my 420 budget for actually really for like a month and a half almost. So that was like really good. But yeah, man, Legos are better than like stocks and bonds and shit, man. Like they raise like so much, but it's all timing though as well. It is all timing. But yeah, you want to get your kids some dope investments, buy them Legos and don't have them open it. Coach C said the 3 remain in Survivor. We all made it. Let's go. And Elias had drafted Wandale everywhere in my best ball leagues. I mean, dude, it was a good pick. It was a good fucking pick. That's for sure. And he even custom makes his own at times. Sick. I mean, that's dope, man. Dope. And especially now, if you can get into like creating your own fucking creating your own, like, what the fuck do they call it? Like creating your own blueprint, I guess. I'm thinking of a different way of wording it, but yeah, if you can create like your own instructions and your own, like, you know, pieces, like, man, people get behind that for sure. And you can sell that on that. There's another brick website where you can like build things and like put all the inventory in there, and like they'll sell those things for you. Flash said, mine saying what your average monthly cost is for the smoke. Well, so I get a lot of the $100 ounces. I mean, the tax is what kills you, man. Tax is like fucking 30%, man. It's so fucking stupid. And so most of the time I'm just getting an ounce when I go, the $100 ones. And so I think this month I went like 6 times. Let me go see, because I have it all marked down. How many times did I go this month? And so I went, I mean, you know, longer streams and things like that, like just a lot more happening in September than any other month previous. Let's see. How many times? That's why I say throw in those super chats, guys. Throw in those super chats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want 5 times. 5 times. So you could do the math on that. 5 times 100 times 30%. Fuck, man, the taxes kill you. Toker 1J, I picked up Wandale last week, but didn't play him. But he's going in the active roster in week 5. Yeah, they play from behind a lot, so it's like, you know, just either way, it is. It's good. Stu start Gino week 5. I have Hurts or blow all my fab on Mahomes. Who the hell did the Chiefs play in week 5? Someone dropped Mahomes. They play the Saints. I mean, that's not that bad of a matchup. I mean, I like Gino in week 5. Like, you saw him. He's my favorite pickup, like, of the week. The limited edition Legos go for some money. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, see, hold on a second. So here's my super, super limited Lego set right here. It's a Comic-Con exclusive. Only 1,000 were made. I got number 483 out of 1,000. And look at this shit. Like, it's so tiny, but it's like this epic, like, Star Wars like thing. And like, I got it for, I believe, $60. And I think right now, like, let me go see what it's going for on eBay right now. Let me see. Where the hell is the number? What number is it? Actually, I guess I don't even have a number. They just go by the Comic-Con exclusives. Let's see. What was this one? This was 2013 SD San Diego Comic-Con. Let's go see what it's at now. So the first one that I saw says buy it now for $850. Next one I see buy it now $730. And this was hard to get. Like, it was not easy to get. And I lived in San Diego at the time. Yeah, let me see. Let me see if any actually sold. Because they're so limited, they don't even sell that much. Yeah, see, none of you even None have even sold anytime recently. So it's like hard to gauge the price because you have to find like the right person. So I'm just going to keep waiting until I can get like $1,000 for this or something. Because I know a couple years ago when I was moving from here to San Diego, I got multiple offers for 600. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hold, man. I feel like I'm just going to, now it's been like 10 years though. But yeah, super insane. And Sal said over 10 times in 10 years is amazing. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And hold on, let me see. Where did I leave off at? Frank said, I got Burrow, Love, and Goff in one league. Any advice on how to manage that? I'd like to upgrade at wide receiver. I mean, is there anybody? Is it a single QB league? Is there anybody in that league who really needs a QB? Go scout people for week 5. Like, look at their week 5 teams, because if they have one of the 4 guys on bye, they might want to trade, just so they don't have to get Andy fucking Dalton versus the Bears or something like that. So yeah, go look at that. Will said Darius Slayton sneaky ad if Neighbors is out. Yeah. I mean, for sure. And see, it sucks if Neighbors is out, then I don't like Wandale like that. It's like you need Neighbors to take the you need fucking Neighbors to like take the what's it called? Just the eyes away from everybody. All right. Sal, 1 of 40 remaining in Survivor. Let's go. Start the pot with 1,100. Let's get it. Sire said I'm in Patreon. There we go. Will said we dropping Mahomes in single QB leagues. I don't know. I would just hold probably. And Stranger said, Huss, that's what about we spend per month on the weed too, but our taxes are included. Okay. Yeah. And like, I'm smoking really good weed, but it's still like, it's not the A++. It's like A- stuff. It's the smalls. And Bob said, wear that hat, Alex. Which hat? Which hat we talking? Yeah, Sal said over 10 times in 10 years is amazing for sure. And that's just this one specifically, but let me see. What is the brick economy? If for any Lego enthusiasts out there, brick economy is the shit. It's somewhere where you can put in your whole collection and it'll analyze your collection. And so yeah, everything that I have right now, it said the retail price, which there's a lot that I got for under retail, of everything that I have is like $15,000, and it says the current value of everything is up 28% on my entire collection. So I'm liking it. Makes me feel good that a lot of the sets that I'm buying, and it's not, I don't build all of them either. I mean, I build a bunch of them, but I don't, well, actually, no, that's wrong. I don't build a bunch of them compared to like how many I have. It says that I have 245 sets and 212 of them are new. So that's probably wrong. I probably have to go back through and change some of the new ones to used, but it says that I have 195 unique sets. Yeah, I got some doubled ups in there, but man, it's fun, man. I love fucking Legos. Well, so things are only worth what other people are willing to pay. Exactly. And people fucking love paying for Legos. Like, you know why Legos has it figured out? They understand supply and demand, and they're kind of fucking it up right now because like they like release like too much shit. But it's like there's so many people in the world that love Legos, and like people outside of the country, outside of America, well, I would say outside of North America, because Mexico is actually a really huge manufacturing like spot for Legos in North America. And Yeah, it's kind of just like insane how they almost have it right with the supply and demand to where like once like they stay out for like 2 years, you know, some longer than others, but they stay out for just like a couple years and then they take them away and like they're never to be sold again by Lego. And then like people just want them on the secondary market. And it makes for great resale value. Okay. Yes, sir. That's the best thing, Frank, about the Giants. They're usually going to be playing from behind. So usually he's going to be throwing the ball a bunch. That's bode pretty well for neighbors so far in Wandale. Giants, I went to Brickfest Lego convention on Saturday. Nice. It wasn't super fancy, but it was cool builds, fun activities. Yeah, we went last year and like Vanessa wanted to go again. And I was like, is it really worth it to like to go again? You know, I was like, is it worth it? I was like, it seemed cool, but I bet it's the exact same. I bet it's the exact same. And you don't want to buy Legos from there. Like it was nah. And he said, I hope to find some exclusives or something. No. Because it's like, it's not Lego that's like putting this on either. Like, I mean, I'm sure Lego might have something to like do with it, but you know, it's not Lego that is like putting this on. Yeah, they had it here in Vegas. It was 2 weeks ago, I think. I mean, shit, might have went from Vegas to Denver for all we know. JP said, hey, yo, I know Noble had to be going off last night when Henry was galloping down the field. Hell yeah. He was excited. I was like, dude, guess who scored? And he was like, Derrick Henry. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, yes. Oh, man. And Wilson, I need 18.5 points in one league to win. I have DK and JMO left. I'm going DK knowing that JMO will hit a home run for 80 yards on my bench. I mean, I feel like that's the only way that he would score against the Seahawks. Pedro, what up, bro? All right. I'm slacking. Here we go. What up? What up? Running back waiver wire edition, week 5. Running back week 5 waiver wire edition. Let's go. I'm your host with the most. I got 8 running backs to talk about here. 7, I'll say pick up. The first guy here. Mr. Jeremy McNichols. 0% rostered. More about me taking a victory lap than anything, because he's only useful if Austin Eckler is not going to be there. And you look at his game without those 2 touchdowns. I mean, he would have only had like 6 points, but he had 2 touchdowns. And if you listened to me and picked him up randomly, check this out. This was from Sunday. If you were here live, you saw it. Yeah, guys, and you want a sneaky running back play today? It's Jeremy McNichols. Remember that I told you this. He's taking the Austin Eckler role today. And then, boom, he hits for 20 points. There we go. So you're probably not going to pick him up because Austin Eckler might be back. But if Austin Eckler, if we hear that he's not coming back,
Pick him up.
well, let's do it. Guys have missed multiple games for a concussion before. Pedro, what are the expectations for today's games? Well, there's 2 games today. I expect the Dolphins and the Titans to be a very low scoring affair. I expect the Seahawks and the Lions to be 20 something to 20 something. I bet about 3 touchdowns get scored for each team. And I think the Seahawks are going to beat the Lions on the road, man. Toyota One said, yeah, years ago he went to Brickfest in Sacramento, picked up a Deadpool minifigure for $60 and doubled in value. Nothing big, but they hold value for sure. Yeah, definitely. And like some of the, here's what I like about Legos. There's some Legos that you can fucking take out of the box, build, and as long as you keep the box intact and as long as you keep the minifigs and everything without losing them and all the pieces without losing them in the instructions, a lot of times you can sell that for what it's worth still, if not selling it for more. Like there's so many sets right now that I like wish I'd bought back in the day, like the Simpsons Quickie Mart. Man, I have the Simpsons house, but I don't have the Quickie Mart. And man, I wish I had bought that fucking Ghostbusters Firehouse. Man, tell your son. Toyota One, man. That would be like the hugest favor to me in the world if he was able to get fucking either one of those. And I mean, I'd pay for them and I'd pay, you know, well above retail. It's tough to pay market value on those ones though, because man, the market value on them are ridiculous. And what up, Bake said, looks like you got me in the Debo League. I'm not going to count my chickens yet. I don't know if I did pick up Trey Tucker though and use him against you, right? Ooh, man, I can't believe you weren't on that, Bakes, being a Raiders guy. So I'm taking the Battle of the Brands though. I'm having such shit luck in the Battle of the Brands. I wish it was fucking I wish I'd done a game against the median in that one, because man, that shit fucking sucks, dude. Fucking sucks. All right, here we go. Next guy here, I'm not super excited about, but Tank Bigsby, him getting 9 points, 7 attempts, 90 yards, cracked off a couple big ones. They got the Colts next week. ETN, a little banged up. He's more insurance than anything right now, but you know, we got bye weeks that are going down right now. The Eagles, the Chargers, the Titans, the Lions. Like you might need to pick up someone like this just to randomly play and hope he maybe gets 10. So yeah, he's only 11% rostered. If you are hurting for a squirting, go get Tank Bigsby. And man, the running backs, it's ugly. I have 8 of them and I'm saving the best 3 for last. But it's ugly along the way. So I kind of put these guys in order of their availability. Jeremy McNichols, 0% rostered. Tank Bigsby, 11% rostered. I told you it's very ugly. It is just different levels of ugly because we got Antonio Gibson here next. And Stevenson, dude, like he looks like Brucey from The Longest Yard out there. Like, what's going on, man? Like every time I see him fumble the ball, I think about Brucey. I know I shouldn't eat that popcorn. Like literally, like what the hell is going on? And so Antonio Gibson, we might have to pick him up.
Pick him up!
17% rostered, so readily available. The thing that we like about him the most this week, going up against the Dolphins, and the Dolphins give up a lot of points to the running backs. So that's why he's on my list this week. Charlie, the one you bought me the Seinfeld Lego set and gave it to me as a gift. Pretty cool set. Jerry's apartment with the characters. Yeah, that's a super cool one. Super cool one. Johnny said, I think I'm going to throw median games in all my leagues next year. I mean, dude, it kind of has to be done. Like, I feel like legit every single league, I just want to do that now because it like the bad luck of just playing a shit schedule, like fucking sucks, man. It really does. Like it really, really sucks. And Stale P, man, we were talking about Mutombo earlier today, man. 58 years, man. Super rough, man. 58 years young. Papa J, yeah, rest easy, legend. Yes, sir. Yeah, dude, I thought he was older than that. And I asked how earlier when I can't remember who brought it up initially. I was like, how old was he? It's like, he seems like he was old, right? And then 58, like, damn, man. Yeah, that shit sucks, dude. My next guy here, 23% rostered. It's going to piss a lot of you Bijan managers off, man. Tyler Algier cracks double digits, 60 yards on the ground, 20 yards through the air, 2 receptions. I mean, we got a lot of bye weeks. I said it before. I'll say it again. We got 4 teams on bye this week. You got guys like Saquon on bye, even though I told you not to start Dobbins the last couple weeks. You got Dobbins on bye, Pollard. You got Gibbs and Monty both on bye in week 5. So you might have to pick up someone like Tyler Algier, 23% rostered. And really, most of these guys, you're kind of just hoping that they crack like 10 points. Right. And just like you're throwing them in there as your RB2 or something when you're very throwing them in there as your RB2, which might be the worst position out of all of your starters. I know in some of my leagues it's mine. So yeah, Tyler Algier.
Pick him up.
It is ugly. It is ugly. Jay finger wag for you, homie Matumbo. Matumbo was 58. Crispy passed away today. Brain cancer, they say. I saved my best 3 for last. Now, Bucky Irving, he might not be available in your league. He's rostered in 52% of leagues. It seems like him and Rachaad White, they're getting a very even split. And sometimes it even seems like they're giving Bucky the ball in more important situations than Rachaad White. And Rachaad White's out there looking like a bum right now, for real.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
I know he was sick, and that was like a Saturday thing, but still. It's not like Bucky even really did that good. He did get the touchdown, though. And if he's going to be getting any kind of touchdowns, out there, more red zone work, we kind of just like him as one of these dart throw flexes. He did only touch 12 points with getting the touchdown. So he only had 6 points outside that touchdown. And I don't want to chase like flukiness like that, but got to pick him up.
Pick him up.
Because Rachaad White, who knows? Maybe Bucky's just going to completely take over his job. I mean, we see him getting a healthy amount of snap percentage and healthy amount of touches compared to Rachaad White. So if Bucky's there, go get him. And I got 2 more guys. These guys are like my favorite pickups of the week. Bucky's probably not even available in your league. He's only rostered in 50. He's rostered in 52% of leagues. So he's probably not available in your league. Now, this one is not going to be efficient, more of like a volume play. Kareem Hunt, rostered in 36% of leagues. It's crazy because like most of these guys that I mentioned, Kareem Hunt is way more rostered than these guys. I mean, the only thing really to talk about from his game this past week is 69 yards on the ground.
69, dudes.
Carson Steele, he fumbled, and they like never put him back in. And Kareem Hunt kind of ran with it. He did just good enough. 10 points, like whoop-de-fucking-do, So we just got to hope that his volume goes up and up because he got 16 touches and he only got 10 points. So this is just the hope and the prayer that the Chiefs are going to get better. And now with like Rice out, that guys like Kareem Hunt are going to have to step up. But yeah, the Chiefs, they're all in shambles right now. Chaotic. What up, homegirl? Howard Dash. And he has been until like this week. 21 points. He got the touchdown. 6 receptions for 78 yards. Really, we just got to think about this from like if the Ravens are going to be going up against a high-powered offense, like the Buffalo Bills. like the Kansas City Chiefs in the first couple weeks. I mean, they didn't really have to do too much against the Vegas and the Cowboys, even though they lost against Vegas. They were probably not thinking of them as a high power offense. But Justice Hill, dude, like look at the amount of receptions that they were giving them. Cincinnati, I don't know if they're going to be considered a high powered offense from the Ravens, but Washington feel like they got to be considered that way. So even if you don't start Justice Hill this week, you have to pick him up.
Pick him up!
And use him in certain situations. I mean, there's 4 teams on bye this week. I'm going to mention it again before we get out of here for this video. Eagles, Chargers, Titans, Lions. So come on, pick them up.
Pick him up!
We got all the other videos that are popping up right now. Go ahead and click on one of them because it could be the guy who wins you your league that you pick up. Let's get it. And Justice had 37 points. He had 21 in default leagues. Did I say 37? What Chaos said they suck mostly. I always think that they break my heart. Right now, I'm just pissed at them. Yeah. Same in some of these leagues for sure. Oh, he definitely went off. Giant said, "You ready for a new coach?" They're already going to get a new coach down there in Jacksonville. Okay. Okay. Kirk and Brian Thomas Jr. give me decent points. Yeah. I was ready last year. Yeah, you were off the map this year. But I know some of it was not your fault. So hope you're doing better. Hope you're doing better. All right. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. 6 wide receivers. Pareko offer Ramondre for Amari Cooper and hope he gets traded to Kansas City. I mean, I don't think he's going to get traded to Kansas City, so I wouldn't even make that a hope and a prayer. Yeah, but I mean, I was ready. Oh, ready for the new coach last year. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Jump into the wide receivers here. What up? What up? We are back. Week 5 wide receiver waiver wire edition. I got 6 wide receivers to get on your guys' radar. Some you've heard me talk about. Some this might be the first time that you're hearing me talk about. First guy. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go in order from most available to least available, except for my last 2 picks, which are my most favorite picks of the week. Tutu. I told you to pick him up last week. He's only 8% rostered. He's kind of the only guy worth deploying over there for the Rams. He had 4 receptions and 82 yards. It's ugly for sure. They got the Packers coming up this week. You saw what Minnesota just did to the Packers this week. Even if they get Jair Alexander back, Jair Alexander won't be covering Tutu. That's why I like him for this week and moving forward.
Pick him up!
Only 8% rostered. Very, very available. Piddleton should go back to college. You've heard me mention Xavier Legette's name for Dynasty. This is the first time that he's really been on my radar as far as redraft goes. He got hurt in the preseason, so I was telling everyone just avoid him. And with good reason, because he's only 14% rostered right now. He should be available in damn near every league that you are in. Now with Andy Dalton in there and with the exit of Adam Thielen, he's going to kind of be one of those next guys up right there by Deontay Johnson. He had 10 targets this week, 6 receptions for 66 yards, and he had a big old greasy touchdown. And I feel like that target market share should stay the same, especially in this next week. They have a tough game against Chicago. Not super excited about it, but he's not going to get, it's always going to be Deontay Johnson who gets like the number one priority, like of the defense when it comes to the pass catchers. So Leggett, you'll be able to deploy him, and I'm going to say at least double-digit points for Leggett this week. It might be really ugly for Deontay Johnson going up against that secondary, but I bet Leggett can at least get 10 points in your flex, 14% rostered. Josh Downs, 20% rostered. Everybody was super excited to pick him up to play him with Anthony Richardson. I said, don't pick him up to play him with Anthony Richardson. But now, look at what he did with Flacco coming out there. 8 receptions for 82 yards and a touchdown. Can we just cross our fingers and hope and play that Anthony Richardson doesn't play for a couple games and that we get Flacco, and then we can pick up a guy like Josh Downs and use him and know he's going to do good. So Josh Downs, pick him up.
Pick him up!
But I'm only going to play him if it's Flacco. Reek, what do you think about Garrett Wilson? Should I keep him? Because I think thinking about picking up Wicks or Downs. Just hang on Wicks. I mean, I don't want to drop him. He has shitty matchups, but I'd try to trade him if nothing else. That's easier said than done, I know. I got 3 guys left, and my last 2, those are my favorites, the ones that you need to stay here for. So Mooney, 47% rostered. I said I was going from most available to least available, almost not cracking this list because I don't really talk about guys over 50%. Didn't really have the best game last week, but they got Tampa Bay coming up this week, and Tampa Bay, a lot of injuries over there, especially to their secondary. So you could do a lot worse than Mooney. I'd say pick him up.
Pick him up!
And then he's a potential flex guy for you, and someone who's just going to get a lot of targets when the season's all said and done, because London and Pitts, they still get the big brunt of the defense. Mooney's just wide open a lot of times. Now on to my favorite 2 to pick up. Both are very available. Wan'Dale Robinson. I've been telling you to pick him up for the last couple weeks, and now I'm going to say it again.
Pick him up!
He's only 26% rostered. The Giants, they have a tough matchup against Seattle this week. You know, not super excited about it, but as long as Neighbors is there. If Neighbors isn't there, then I'm a little bit skeptical about Wan'Dale, because then he would be getting, like, you know, the top cornerbacks on him, and I kind of don't like that. But the Giants are always playing from behind. They're always getting garbage time. 14 targets in Thursday night's game. This is the second game that he's had over 12 targets. I mean, come on, man. What else do I need to tell you other than
pick him up?
Let's do it. Now on to my favorite pickup of the week, 14% rostered. That's one of the reasons why he's one of my favorite pickups of the week, Dontavian Wicks. He does drop the ball. You know, I mean, that's one thing that kind of sucks. So I'd recommend not really watching him that much because you don't want to see his drops. He hauled in 5 catches out of 13 targets. Shitload of targets. A couple of those were drops. 2 touchdowns. Oh, yeah. 78 yards. Christian Watson hurt his ankle/knee. I'm not sure. Waiting to hear more. I'm recording this on a Monday. But yeah, he's going to get a lot more snaps now. I mean, he goes from only playing about 46. Like if you're on YouTube right now, if you're listening to this in audio, go to YouTube, go check it out. But look, week 1, 46% of snaps. Week 2, 51% of snaps. Week 3, 46% of snaps. Week 4, Christian Watson goes out. He jumps up to 76% of snaps. That's really why. It's like the bump of the work of that he's going to get now because of Christian Watson being out. We don't know how long he's out for, but he's available in your leagues. Go pick him up.
Pick him up!
And make sure you hit subscribe because I'll be your biggest fantasy resource here for sure for offense. And if you do IDP, we got some IDP videos as well. And right now, you got some waiver wire videos that are popping up. Go ahead and click on one of them, and we'll see you in the next video. There we go. China said, oh man, it's his drops are tear jerkers, but his TDs are sweet. That's why I had to tell people, like, you don't really want to watch him. You really don't. Like, he's going to drop the ball. Like him and Deontay Johnson, like each one of them, they're just like, hold my beer. Let me show you. Let me show you how to fucking drop a big ass greasy ball right here. It's horrible to watch. So if you just stat track at the end and don't look at his targets, just look at the receptions and his snap percentage and all that, you should be okay. Okay, now I got to do some research on the tight ends here. Okay. Tight ends fucking suck balls, man. They really do. Like, this is the fucking worst. This is the worst, man. Because, like, dude, do we even pick up, like, a fucking Taysom Hill? I guess. Like, I mean, we don't even know if he's, like, hurt or not. So I'm getting Sam Darnold, Wandale, and Justice Hill on October 2nd. Okay, nice. That's Wednesday, right? At least that's who you're putting in for. Let's go. Dude, and fucking Cole Kmet sucked. Let's see. All right. I got my favorite guy. It's fucking ugly. JD, what do you think about Flowers? 2 duds, man. I think Flowers fucking sucks. He's a byproduct, man. He really is. It seems like they're just using him as bait for the offense. Luckily, I benched him this week. Yeah, good. I'm glad you did. Yeah, he sucks, man. All right. Okay. Zaire said, I'm putting Wandale, Sam, and Justice Hill in the starting lineup. Hey. Be careful. These are just the pickups. Doesn't mean automatically throw them into the starting lineup. Just make sure you're here. Got to make the smart moves. Okay. Got my favorite guy here. All right. I guess we got to talk about this guy. Even though I don't want to. All right, let's see. Who the fuck else? I need to put Justice and Sam on the starting lineup. Oh, because 2 of my starters are on bye. Well, there you go. Yeah, it's a big bye week. Big bye week. All right. All right. Almost to the tight ends. Just doing my behind the scenes research right now. I feel like there's one more person that I can throw on here, but who? And any questions or anything, throw them in. Just doing some behind the scenes research on the tight end pickups. Huh. Wonder if Mike Gesicki got hurt or something. Or a stranger when you need him. Mike Gesicki get hurt? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, got 5. Okay. All right. JD Kelsey finally hit his projections only because Rashee Rice got hurt. Horrible way he went out. Yeah, it's fucking sucked, dude. Really sucks. Okay. Here we go. Let's get back at it. What up? What up? Week 5, waiver wire edition. Tight end. Should I say the loose ends? Because everybody is horrible. Tight ends suck this year. This is the worst year for tight ends ever. I got you covered, though, with 5 guys that you might be able to pick up in stream. Because we got the Eagles, Chargers, Titans, and Lions on a bye. Really only 2 tight ends in there that are on bye, Laporta and Goddard, that we really care about. But it is ugly. Let's jump into the loose ends. Oh, hold on. Now, this list is very ugly. Don't blame me. I keep telling you guys to get rid of your tight end spots and turn them into a flex spot, make it tight end premium if you play on sleeper. I've been saying that for years and years. I'm going to give you these guys in order of most available to least available, except for my very last pick, which is my favorite one. Cade Otton. 15% rostered. The thing that he has going for him is the targets. He has 17 targets over the last 2 weeks, and they play Atlanta this week, who's kind of been like middle of the road. If there's one thing that we want to chase with these tight ends, it's targets like that. I mean, you look at his yardage, 47 yards 2 weeks ago, 52 yards this past week, 13 receptions, though. I mean, that's a bunch. 8 points in one, 11 points in the other. 11 points, I'm sure he was a tight end one this week because it was very bad, just like it was every week. You know that as of now, or at least going into week 3, there was not one tight end that scored over 8 points 3 weeks in a row. So if you hate tight ends, trust me, everybody does. Just remember that. Everybody hates tight ends right now. They're very loose. Here's another guy that nobody really wants to start, but I mean, 9 points this past week, 7 points the week before that. It's like, you know, at least they're not goosing you. Like, tight end sucks so bad. I'm talking about Zach Ertz right now, 30% rostered. He's got the Browns, and the Browns, you know, I mean, it's kind of tale of two Browns when it comes to defending the tight end. They've done good, they've done bad, but Zach Ertz, I feel like if you have Goddard or if you have Laporta, I'm just going to take the shot on Zach Ertz. I mean, 3 receptions for 20 or 30 yards. Like, that's probably what you're looking at. You know, maybe with the touchdown potentially mixed in. It's ugly. It really is. Now, I know what you're going to say about this next guy, Tyler Conklin, who's 35% rostered. Alex, he screwed me this week. 5 points. Dude, everybody, all the tight ends are screwing everybody. Trust me, everybody. He got 8 targets and he got 4 receptions. He only got 17 yards. I mean, the Jets just played like complete dog shit yesterday. But you know who they got going up against? Do you know who they're going up against this week? They're going up against the Minnesota Vikings. And the Minnesota Vikings are giving up like top 5 points to the tight ends. Look at what Green Bay just did to them. And remember, I said, hang out. My favorite tight end is last. Hang out for the favorite tight end. But Conklin, 14 targets over the last 2 weeks, 9 receptions over the last 2 weeks, 110 yards over the last 2 weeks. Now, 93 of those did come 2 weeks ago when they had a decent matchup. They got a decent matchup this week against the Vikings. So if you have no tight end,
Pick them up.
all the tight ends suck. Just remember that. It's just different levels of suckiness. His 544 ads and 509 drops, though. Who are you talking about? Which one? Oh, dude, Shaq Thompson feared Achilles. That's tough, dude. That is tough. Ertz, yeah. It's because people love Ertz and they hate him all at the same time. Love him and they hate him. Remember, I'm talking about the different degrees of suckiness. Taysom Hill, he had 14.4 points. He scored 2 touchdowns. So that means without those 2 touchdowns, he only scored 2.4 points. He was only getting goal line work. And if he plays, I guess we got to play him, and I guess we got to pick him up.
Pick them up.
He's only 39% rostered, okay? And I saved my favorite tight end for last. I'm not excited about any tight ends this week, but this last guy, kind of a little bit excited for him. Now, here's my favorite tight end pickup of the week. It is Mr. Tucker Kraft. Yes, not Luke Musgrave, you crazy fools. Been telling you Luke Musgrave sucks forever. He's a bum.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
Tucker Kraft, 4% rostered. He's playing the majority of the snaps at the tight end position. Week 1, 96% of snaps. Week 2, 80%. Week 3, 67%. And then week 4, 86% of snaps. 9 targets. A lot of those came after Christian Watson went out. So, you know what you got to do?
Pick him up.
Come on, man. Christian Watson's probably going to be missing some time. Tucker Kraft had 6 receptions for 53 yards and a touchdown. I know that's not amazing, but guess what? For tight ends, he was like tight end 2 this week. 16 points was amazing for the tight end. So
Pick him up.
if you saw this video first out of all the other videos that I did, make sure you click on one of the other positional waiver wire videos and the IDP waiver wire video coming on Tuesday for you IDP savants. Hit that subscribe. Click on one of the videos. Peace out. Yep, Papa J said all the hype on Musgrave, but Kraft is killing it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said just got Wicks now and about to get Kraft now. Oh, yeah, because in 1 year leagues, you can pick up people like whenever, right? It's fucking ugly, man. And Giant said, I just hope the rookie they drafted gets a nod. So I got him in almost all the taxis. There we go. Okay. Will, what percentage of fab would you drop on Hicks? Or Wicks? Probably like 30, maybe 40%. Yeah, probably something like that. Because now it's coming down to where, like, you got to lock in some of these guys, man. Especially with bye weeks, people are going to throw down more. Like a lot of injuries, man. A lot of injuries. Okay. Now on to everybody's favorite position. Team defense. Okay. Draft him in Dynasty. Nobody wanted to touch him or take trades. Look at him now eating. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. All right. Actually, right off the bat, got two good options here. Damn, Minnesota jumped up like an insane amount on the percentage rostered. Wonder what Minnesota throw down when it was all said and done. Only 8 points. Man, they were doing so good before they started giving up all those points. Was going to drop Swift for a tight end, but then Swift actually had to show up now. Now I got narrow it down to who to drop or trade. Do a 1 2 for 1 or a 3 for 2. Shit, maybe even a 3 for 1. Sometimes if it's like a 10-man league, sometimes you have to do those 3 for 1 trades. But then you open up 2 spots. All right. Well, I actually have 2 picks that I really love for the team defense so far without even like looking too much. All right. Yeah, after those 2, though, it gets pretty ugly. I'm hoping to trade for Taysom Hill. Why? I'm trading for Taysom. I wouldn't trade for him. I couldn't even trade Danny Dimes to a player that only had Malik Willis and starting QB is Daniel Jones. That worthless. What's his value? I mean, nobody likes him, dude. He sucks. He fucking sucks, man. Man, there's some dart throw teams this week. Let me tell you. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna mention six team defenses to pick up. Okay. Who's ready for the team D? Cameron, what do you think about Trey Sermon? Man, I'm not super excited about him, dude. I'm really not. Really not. I mean, they got Jacksonville coming up this week. Official? Okay. Jonathan Taylor till week 7 with high ankle sprain, man. I know, but Trey Sermon fucking sucks, dude. Like, you know who we're talking about, right? And like the run game is like sucked. Justin Herbert out till week 6. Well, yeah, because of bye. And I don't even see Malik Neighbors. I don't even see any news about Malik Neighbors. I mean, I know he got a concussion, but I don't see anything about him. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, Chargers have the bye. Yeah, so he's out till week 6. Okay. Here we go. What up? What up? It is everybody's favorite waiver wire video. It is the team defense. And I got 6 team defenses for you to help fill in on your bye week or with your streaming defense needs. Hit that subscribe button because you want to be here every single week. 6 of these teams, all of these teams are rostered in less than 50% of leagues. Let's get down to biz. Every team that I will be mentioning will be going in order from most available to least available, except for my last 2 teams, which are my favorite pickups of the week. Now, this one might catch some people by surprise, but those Washington Commanders, you know why I want to play them this week? It's not just because of what they did this past week. It's because the Cleveland Browns going into week 4 were already giving up like the second most points to team defense, and they only got worse versus a pretty bad defense. So Commandos, pick them up.
Pick them up!
Let's do it. Only 1% rostered. Now, this one might come as a shock to a lot of people, but we got 4 teams on bye, and we got some bad matchups out there as well for some of the premier teams. This team used to be a premier team, the New England Patriots. Oh, yeah. It's all about the matchup this week. They're going up against Miami. I doubt Tua is going to be coming back. I'm recording this before the Monday night game happens, so we don't know what's up with Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley comes out and throws for like 300 yards and like 3 touchdowns. I'll say don't start the Patriots, but Miami's going into Foxborough. Very tough to play there. So New England Patriots, only 3% rostered. You better go pick them up.
Pick them up!
Let's do it. For the record, I played Jordan Whittington this week. He gave me 62 yards, 6 receptions with Puka out for a while. Is he on your radar? Yeah, I mean, you know, dart throw flex. I mean, that's pretty much that's where we're living with him. JT always hurts. Why I traded his ass and avoided him. Should have went with my gut on McCaffrey and then on that shit too. Got to do it, Crispy. Got to trust that gut, man. Got to trust that gut. It's one of the only things that could be honest with us. My next team here, only 14% roster, the Indianapolis Colts, double-digit points in back-to-back weeks. And then now they are going over to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have been pretty suspect, you know, to say the least. I mean, they're giving up like top 10 points to the team defense. There's a lot of different levels of team defense here and who are rostered and what. These guys are 14% rostered. Go pick them up.
Pick them up!
But hold out for my last 2 defenses because those are my favorite ones out of all of them. Packers is another team that's been doing very, very solid on the defensive side of things. And they're 31% rostered. And they're going up against the Rams right now. And the Rams still... no Puka, more than likely. Still no Cup, more than likely. And yeah, there's a lot worse that you could do than the Green Bay Packers. Xavier McKinney, he is killing it over there. Dude has Xavier McKinney's been killing it. 1 INT in every single game this year. 4 to start the season. Killing it. They got the Rams, and then they got the Cardinals. Rams are a good matchup. Cardinals, not so much. But yeah, the Packers, 31% rostered. Go pick them up.
Pick them up!
They're actually the most rostered team out of every team that I'm going to mention here. Remember, I saved my best 2 defenses for last. These are the guys who you should be targeting. Yep, McCaffrey's in Germany. Yeah, they said they think the timetable now is early November. Would you pick up Guerendo? Nah. I mean, Guerendo had 1 carry, 1 fumble, and then they didn't even put him back in. I don't want any piece of him. Unless Mason goes, even if Mason goes down, like I feel like he would not be the guy. Jumping over to the Seattle Seahawks. This team has cracked my list in week 1, in week 3, and they killed it each time. Of course, they were not on my list for week 4, but they were dropped significantly going into this game versus the Lions. Now they are 26% rostered. They are readily available, and they got the Giants in week 5. I don't care what happens in week 4 versus the Lions unless there's a shitload of injuries. Knock on wood. Because Seattle has been very, very solid. They're 3-0 right now in real life, and their defense has been keeping them in every single game. And they got the Giants. Need I say more? My last team. This is my favorite team to pick up. One of the big reasons is because they're only 16% rostered. That is the Denver Broncos, who in the last 2 weeks took it to Tampa Bay, took it to the Jets. And oh man, who do they got coming up in week 5? They got the Raiders. So not only have the Broncos just been killing it in general, now they have a really good matchup to go up against. I say you got to pick them up.
Pick them up!
You might be playing them for a couple weeks here because they got the Raiders, they got the Chargers, and then they got the Saints, then they got Carolina, Baltimore. Tough matchup, but next 4 matchups for the caliber of defense that they've been showing, you might be able to pick them up and run with them for 4 weeks in a row. So that's another reason why I really like the Broncos as a pickup this week and to start. Patrick Surtain, man, he takes away half the field. It makes everything so easy. And even though they lost Alex Singleton last week, didn't miss a beat. Yeah, so pick them up.
Pick them up!
If you play an IDP, make sure you go check out the different videos that are popping up right now. IDP, offense, everything. I'll be your biggest fantasy resource for the season. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and add me to your roster and add me to the top tier part of that roster of fantasy football content creators that you watch. Click on one of the videos that's popping up right now. It's all money. One of these pickups could win you your league. Crispy said, what was that shit in the chat week 15 about Mason from McBride trade I made? I don't know. I don't remember. What happened? What'd they say? I mean, everyone's always talking shit to Crispy. Packers and Broncos available in my home league. Picking up the Broncos. Oh, there's Noble. Yeah, I would pick up the Broncos as well. All right, and did a lot better today. Way more time efficient today than in the previous weeks. Previous weeks, this was like a 4-hour show. We're at 2.5 hours right now. Look here, Josh Allen joins my AAF group on Facebook. Infinite Noble's getting big. Yeah, man. Turning 8 in a month and a half. He's turning 8. And you guys want to see his one running play? goes his play from Saturday. They gave him a shot, man. They got in the red zone, and they gave Noble a shot. And here it is. Oh, wait. Kind of skipped right there. Here it goes, him getting it. They did the misdirection. He almost had it, but then he... Oh, no. Go. He turned around. He turned around. He was doing good, though. Like, look at him from the beginning. He was, like, killing it. But then they had the containment, though. They had the containment. He should have just... Oh, no. I told him afterwards, you got to just keep going, man, because you don't know if they're going to get your flags. You got to hit him with the spin move, man, because he's doing pretty good at the spin move. And he said good speed for sure. Well, we got to work on his speed. We got to move on. We got to work on his speed. Not such a dumb move now. I needed a running back. I knew McCaffrey was dead. It's just a pattern, eh, man? Most of the time, Crispy, the people who like complain about like the trades, they just want to be in it. He tried to outrun the whole defense. Yeah, he almost, if he would have cut it back and stayed like on his feet, dang, he might have. He might have. Jonathan said, what's up? Got the win yesterday. Took a big loss with Rice. Yeah, he said, how would you rank these receivers? Wandale, Leggett, Brian Thomas Jr., Wicks, Ladd. Brian Thomas, Wandale, Wicks, Leggett, and Ladd. I mean, kind of in that order. Yeah, it's kind of tough. And Ishan said, sick bong, bro. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you. I'm going to throw in my link if you want to go get one yourself. Hit up Jerome Baker, and you can use my promo code FANTASY. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Yep. And if you use this link, it'll already lock in the promo code for you. And Ishan said, I got A-Chain, Laporta, and Miami defense need 38 points. You think I'm cooked? Well, I love Laporta's matchup tonight. I love the Miami defense matchup tonight. So no, I don't think you're cooked. I mean, you got a long way to go, but yeah, you got a chance, man, for sure.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah.
And Infinite said, so Jaden Reed, #1 wide receiver in Green Bay. I think so. I mean, Christian Watson got hurt, and but they just spread it around a lot. That's the good and bad. He said, should have Derrick Henry'd him. All right. Yeah, see, that's one thing that sucks in flag football. You can't hit with the stiff arms or anything. You get it's automatic dead play. And I don't know if it's a penalty if you do that, but it's an automatic dead play if you hit with this, if you do any kind of stiff arm. Having a son in December. Can't wait for those Little League Sundays. Man. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, check it out, bro. And Zoo Crew said flag football is fun. I coach Kingston's team. We lost 36-30 on Sunday. It was a tough one. I bet, man. Yeah, and the 5-on-5 kind of sucks. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And the games go by fast. It's only a 20-minute clock, and the clocks don't stop running. So, like, the game legit took 40 minutes with, like, a 10-minute halftime. Crazy. Crazy. What's the latest on Puka? No latest yet. Nothing yet. And yeah, congrats, bro. If I didn't say that, because yeah, it's awesome, Chef Ran. Hell yeah. I know when Noble was born, that for sure changed my life. Now we got 2. I'm glad we waited also, because having 2 back-to-back, that would be that'd be rough, man. That'd be rough. Luckily, we got help here. Ishan said Laporta got to be due for a tutty tonight. Yeah, and the Seattle Seahawks. So it's either first or second. Let me go see what the points they're giving up to tight ends. They're giving no, they're giving up the 5th most points to tight ends. 5th most points. Yeah, helping Levi's with 5 picks. He could, man. He could. He's done it before. Well, and I don't know, never 5, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, man, look at what he's done. In 2 of the 3 games, he's given up top 3 numbers to team defense. And then in the other week versus the Jets, he gave up like top 12 numbers. Crispy said, I'd be there for your game, son, but that hooker was a cop. Oh, man. All right. 2.5 hour stream. We got one more bowl in me, but we're going to shout out the producers of the show because I appreciate you guys, our 420 crew Patreon members, our ultimate priority member, Mr. Justin Pickle in a Jar, our all access members, our elite members, our superstar members, our 420 ride or die crew members. You guys are the shit. Appreciate you. It's because of you that we're able to do this show multiple times a day. Let's get it. If anybody wants to leave a tip or a super chat, you know, on the way out, we'll get another bowl going after this. But yeah, show some love. 2.5 hours going to be here all week long, all season long. Crispy said last 5 on the squares. We got 2 games. You want the last 5 on both? The Lions Seahawks. That one's the one that's almost filled. I got to start posting about that pretty soon. I read week 6, possibly for Puka and Cup, but could be out till week 8. Yeah, we suck, man. Yeah, Zoo Crew, as of right now, there are 17 Lion squares left. 17 Lion squares. There's 47 on the Dolphins game. A lot more available there. But yeah, everyone is very, very excited about the Lions Seahawks game tonight. That's going to be awesome. All right. I'll mark you down for 3, Zoo Crew, and then you can tell me what numbers you want. And Crispy, I'm getting you marked down for those last 5. And so Zoo Crew, I'll mark you down for 3. And then you tell me what numbers you want, and if you only want 2, whatever, you know, but I'll mark you down for that just in case. And so there's 9 squares left as of now after Zoo Crew and Crispy are locking in 8. All right. Let's smoke it up. It's going to be a really good game tonight. I'm excited about the Lions and the Seahawks. Titans and the Titans and Miami, you know, not so much. That game starts at 4:30. We'll see. We'll see if I go live like right around then. It might not be till closer to the other one starting. Yeah, but we shall see. Man, I'll tell you though, these damn U Sports, man, so annoying because it's like if you don't know anyone, you get thrown on the team with everybody who doesn't know anyone. And like if you know someone, you might get on the best team, and you know, could be a good or bad thing as far as like playing time, but I'll tell you, as far as coaches go, like, man, I don't even know how to coach football. Like if we were doing baseball, you know, that'd be like right up my alley with like the coaching. But man, with this football though, like I didn't even necessarily know what they needed to be working on, but like the guy who's like the main coach, his son's been playing for like 3 seasons already, and he's only like 7 years old or 6 years old, something like that. So I'm surprised that he didn't know like what to work on, because really the thing that was like needs to be worked on is like literally getting in and out of the huddle, and the coaches just volunteers. Yeah, exactly. But there are like, see, here's the thing that's kind of crazy though, like even within the league that we play in, there's like whole ass programs that are inside of this, and who knows, it might be paid programs for all the fuck that I know, and then this is just the league that they're a part of. Yeah, see, like Noble hasn't learned any fundamentals. Like they're teaching zero fundamentals. Like the drill that they do the most is like, it's different in tackle football. You know, like I understand, but they're doing the drill where you run up, you run around the cones, and then you go like heads up with each other. But it's like there's a couple kids who are just so much better than everybody else that like they just run past, you know, those people. And one-on-one, it's like those kids look like unstoppable, but it's never one-on-one when you're playing the game. And like they haven't run enough game simulated stuff, I don't feel, to where a lot of stuff like they just, you know, they just weren't ready. They just weren't ready at all. And Patrick said drop Javonte and Goff for Trey Sermon and Wandale. Dak's my number one. Goff on bye. Took a hit with Rice this week too. Yeah, and I mean, if you go backwards, I did give all my wide receiver like pickups of the week and all that kind of stuff. Wicks amongst those guys as well. All right. Here we go. This is how I got to be doing it. Tomorrow, it's got to be a show like this as well, where, you know, we keep it to 2.5 hours, because I got to go edit all these videos right now. Got to edit these videos, get them in the mix. What up, Isaac? If you're talking about redraft league, yeah, Rashee Rice is going to be droppable. And just wait until we get the official news. But they're already talking about him tearing his ACL. So, you know, they usually don't throw that around and then it like not be the case. Like they've seen these things happen too much. So yeah, assuming it's a redraft league in a dynasty, do not drop him, throw him in your IR. If it is a redraft league, once they announce the news, yeah, you can, you know, fully drop them. And here's one more for Rashee Rice, even though we'll see you guys for Monday Night Football. We got 2 games tonight. See you guys there. Peace out.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the